Okay, so first of all, some of my data labels here are split across multiple lines and they are overlapping. And I'm going to fix this using VBA. So I'll go to View and Macros and Record Macro and OK. Then I'll select the top data label here and I will change the size. Then I'll go back to Macros and stop recording. Then I can go to Macros again and I can select the macro that I just created and I will edit this macro. Now these comments here, I don't need those, so I'll delete them. Also, I can give the macro a proper name, so I'll call it Data Labels. Then in the first line here, I am selecting something, and in the next line, I'm doing something with that selection. But I don't actually need to select something in order to make a change to it in VBA. So we can just delete that part and go straight to width. And so now here I have the active chart. Then I'm looking at the first series in that chart. Then I'm looking at the 9th point in that series. And I'm looking at the data label for that point. Then I'm taking the width of that data label and I am changing it to be equal to this number. So if I increase this number, then we can run the macro and you'll see that the size of the data label increases. And I can also do the same thing with the height. So I'll copy this line here and paste it underneath. And then I will change the width to be the height. And I'll change this number here so that it is smaller and also make this one smaller so we can see the change. And then we'll run this and you can see the data label changes size. Now I have this piece of code being repeated twice and I can fix that by turning it into a variable. So I will define a new variable. I'll dim s as series. Then I will set s to be equal to and then paste this part of the code in here. Then I can take this bit and replace it with s, and I can also do that for the second line as well. Also here I have the active chart, which means that I have to select the chart before I run the code. But I can fix that by just telling it the name of the chart. So I'll replace this with ActiveSheet.ChartObjects. Then in quotation marks, I need the name of the chart, which in my case is chart 1, and then .chart, as the chart object and the chart are two separate things. Now I'll change these numbers again, and we can run the macro again to make sure it is still working. Now, if you want to know the name of your chart, you can go to Home and Find and Select and Selection pane, and then we can see the name of the chart here. Also, if you want to know the number for your series, you can right-click on the chart and go to Select Data. And if you have multiple series, they'll all be listed here. Also, because we're working with a macro, we need to save this spreadsheet as a macro-enabled workbook. So go to File and Save As and Browse. And then change the Save As type to an Excel macro-enabled workbook and save. Now, in addition to changing the size of just one of the data labels, we can create a for loop which will loop through all of the data labels in the series. So in order to do that, I need to define a new variable. So I'll dim I as integer, and integer just means whole number. Then I'll say for I is equal to 1 to s.Points.Count. And this here will count the number of data points in the series. Then under this, I need to close off the for loop with next I. Then I'll change the 9 here and replace it with I, and I need to do that for the second line as well. So with this for loop, we start off with I is equal to 1. So we change the size of the data label for the first point. Then we loop back around, and this time I is equal to 2. So we change the size of the data labels for the second point. And we keep looping through this code until we get to the number of data points in the series, which will also be the last data point in the series. So now when I run this, you'll see that all of the data labels change size. I'm going to align all of the text to the right. And now I will change the width to make it a bit smaller and also make the height a bit smaller, and then run this. And now I have data labels that are the size that I want them. Then in addition to changing the size, we can also change the position of the data labels. So I will go back to View and Macros and Record Macro and OK. And this time, instead of changing the size, I'll change the position of the data label. Then go back to Macros and stop recording. Now, if I go back to the Visual Basic Editor, we have our second macro in here, and I can delete the comments because I don't need them. Then in the first line, we're selecting something, and in the second line, we're doing something with that selection. But you don't actually need to select something in order to make changes to it in VBA, so we can just delete this part here. Then left is what you need if you want to move the data label from side to side, and top is what you need if you want to move the data label up and down. For the time being, I'm just going to delete this part here. Then for ActiveChart.FullSeriesCollection, we already replaced this with S. And also for points, we already changed 9 to I. Then I can copy this part here and paste it inside my for loop. Then I'll delete this part here. Now with the position of the data label, I don't want it to be an absolute number. I want to move it relative to the position of the data point. So I'm going to copy this part here and paste it in here. Then I'll delete the data label part. And this will get me the position of the actual data point itself. Then if I subtract a number, that will move the data label further to the left. And if I add a number, that will move it to the right. So if I run this, all of the data labels move. Then if I make this number bigger, they go further to the left. So I'm going to change this to 150. And that's still a little bit too big, so I'll change it to 130. And that looks about right. Then I can also do the same thing with top. So I'll paste this in here, and then I'll change left to top and also change it here as well. And with top, if you subtract a number, the data labels will move up. And if you add a number, the data labels will move down. So if I minus 20 here, you can see all of the data labels move up. And if I add 20, you can see them all move down. So I'll subtract 10 here. And that still looks a little high. So I'll change it to minus 8. And that looks about right. Okay, so in this video, I have shown you how to change the size and position of data labels using VBA in Excel, and that is everything.